In 1996, a film emerged that would resonate deeply with audiences, especially young women navigating the complexities of adolescence. The supernatural thriller The Craft, directed by Andrew Fleming. The film centers around four teenage girls, Sarah, Bonnie, Nancy, and Rochelle, who form a coven tackling themes of empowerment, social alienation, and the moral ambiguities of power. It presents a fresh perspective on female experiences, focusing on the character's struggles with bullying, identity, and the agency in the patriarchal society. The narrative follows Sarah's transformation from isolation to empowerment as she embraces her supernatural abilities, highlighting the potential for solidarity among women. However, as the plot progresses, the darker repercussions of power dynamics emerge, particularly through Nancy's descent into unchecked ambition. In the atmospheric tale of supernatural coming of age, Sarah Bailey, a troubled teenage girl with mysterious powers, relocates from the familiar streets of San Francisco to the sun-bleached ambience of Los Angeles with her father and stepmother. Struggling to fit into her new environment, Sarah soon finds solace in a group of misfit friends: Bonnie Harper, Nancy Downs, and Rochelle Zimmerman, who are rumored to harness witchcraft and cultivate an underground aura of rebellion. Each girl bears their own scars, both physical and emotional. Bonnie carries a car accident, Nancy endures life in a rundown trailer with a violent stepfather, and Rochelle faces the daily torment of racism at the hand of her peers. As Sarah navigates her tumultuous teenage life, she becomes the object of affection for local jock Chris Hooker, a flirtation that offers her a glimmer of normalcy. But when Bonnie witnesses Sarah levitate a pencil in class, she realizes Sarah possesses the abilities needed to finalize their coven as the Fourth, completing their elemental circle consisting of air, water, earth, and fire. This newfound bond emerges amid dark supernatural events when a vagrant harasses Sarah on her way home, only to be struck by a car shortly afterwards, spurring the girls to believe their collective will lead to this tragic fate. This incident reinforces their connection, but also reveals Sarah's fraud past, including a previous attempt on her own life. As their newfound powers grow, Sarah, feeling betrayed by Chris for spreading a false rumor about their intimacy, casts a love spell to regain his affection. Other girls, each grappling with their own problems, also use magic. Bonnie seeks beauty, Rochelle takes revenge on her bully, and Nancy discards her abusive stepfather by inadvertently causing his death through a spell, allowing her and her mother to escape their trailer life. The immediate results of their actions bring them joy and satisfaction, granting them a sense of control over their otherwise chaotic lives. However, as they delve deeper into witchcraft, the girls lose sight on the ethical lines. Nancy becomes increasingly power-hungry and insists on performing a dark ritual known as the Invocation of the Spirit, notwithstanding warnings from Lirio, an experienced witch who cautions them against it. The ritual backfires when Nancy is struck by lightning but subsequently appears to gain immense power, walking on water and leaving a trail of dead fish and creatures in her wake. Her transformation marks the descent into chaos as her empathy evaporates, showcasing the intoxicating nature of power comes at a grave cost. The girls soon face adverse reactions to their initial gains. Bonnie devolves into narcissism, Rochelle grapples with the guilt of traumatizing Laura with her revenge spell, and Chris, now obsessed, attempts to assault Sarah after she rebuffs his advances. In an act of twisted deception, Nancy uses a glamour spell to impersonate Sarah, trying to seduce Chris at a party. However, confrontation ensues when the real Sarah arrives, pleading for Nancy to stop the charade. Enraged by the perceived betrayal, Nancy lashes out, causing Chris's horrific death when she tosses him out of a window. As the Coven's unity crumbles, Sarah attempts a binding spell to retract Nancy's escalating harm, but the group turns against her. They invade her dreams, subjecting her to nightmarish visions that threaten her mental well-being. Despite being cornered, Sarah harnesses the strength and successfully invokes the spirit, confronting and binding Nancy's power, thereby ending the cycle of violence and revenge among the circles. In a startling shift, Bonnie and Rochelle, having lost their magical abilities, seek reconciliation with Sarah. However, she rejects their overtures, realizing that their earlier actions led to their downfall. Demonstrating her newfound power, Sarah conjures a lightning storm, warning them to stay clear of her wrath. The story concludes with Nancy confined within a psychiatric facility, stripped of her powers but still clinging to the notion that she can fly, leaving behind a haunting mess of broken friendships and the burden of their reckless choices. Through Sarah's journey, themes of friendship, betrayal, and the consequence of wielding power intertwine, illustrating an intricate bond of young women and the darker paths that can emerge when desperation, rage, and supernatural ambitions roll together. The inception of the craft emerged from a collaborative vision between producer Douglas Wick and screenwriter Peter Filardi. Wick sought to blend the complexities of high school life with the themes of witchcraft, prompting Filardi to conduct an in-depth research on the topic before penning the initial draft of the script. Once the foundation was set, director Andrew Fleming was brought on board to helm and finalize the script, shaping it into the iconic film that would captivate audiences. The process of casting the lead roles was extensive and competitive, with 85 actresses screen testing for just 4 parts. Among those who auditioned were notable figures like Angelina Jolie, Scarlett Johansson, and Alicia Silverstone. Ultimately, Rachel True and Fairuza Balk were first to secure the roles. True's character, Rochelle, was notably rewritten to reflect her casting as a black actress, introducing a compelling storyline that addressed themes of racism and personal conflict. Initially, Robin Tunney was slated to portray Bonnie, but producers recognized her potential for a leading role of Sarah and successfully convinced her to switch roles, despite her initial preference for Bonnie. Neve Campbell, already recognized for her work in Party of Five, was then casted as Bonnie. Tunney, who had shaved her head for a previous role in Empire Records, had to adapt by wearing a wig throughout the filming of The Craft. To ensure authenticity in the depiction of Wiccan practices, the production team enlisted the expertise of Pat Devin, a real-life Wiccan who served as an on-set advisor. Devin was responsible for crafting the incantations featured in the film and ensuring that the portrayal of Wiccan traditions was both respectful and accurate. Filming commenced on May 1st, 1995, and concluded on July 19th, 1995, with various locations across Los Angeles serving as the backdrop for the film. Notable sites included Los Angeles International Airport and Sunset Boulevard. The fictional St. Benedict's Academy was filmed at Verdugo Hills High School, where production designer introduced various religious statues throughout the campus to enhance the setting's authenticity. Sarah's home in the film was depicted as an elegant 2-story Spanish mansion, with its interiors constructed on a soundstage in Culver City Studios. The occult bookstore scenes were filmed at El Adobe Marketplace on Hollywood Boulevard, where the set was revamped with an array of occult-themed decor, such as candles and statues, to create an immersive atmosphere. To diversify shooting locations, the team utilized Jensen's Recreational Center in Echo Park, steering clear of overly familiar Los Angeles scenes. An accident involving a child occurred during filming, prompting the production's medic to call for help from paramedics. The intricate makeshift altar was established in Wood Ranch, a location that was deemed challenging to locate as the team aimed to avoid overly manicured parks like Griffith Park. The beach summoning scene was shot in Leo Carrillo State Park, selected for its visually captivating crest. The film's makeup effects were realized by Tony Gardner and his special effects team, Alterian Incorporated, which also contributed to striking beach shots featured in the movie. Through meticulous attention to detail, the craft crafted a unique blend of high school drama and supernatural elements, resonating deeply with audiences and leaving an indelible mark on pop culture. The craft delves into the world of tangled and often tumultuous experiences of teenage girls, providing a compelling lens through which to explore the themes of female empowerment, identity, social alienation, and the moral complexities regarding the pursuit of power. While it incorporates elements of supernatural horror and drama, at its core the film is a poignant commentary on the struggles faced by young women in a patriarchal society. The central narrative of The Craft revolves around 4 teenage girls, Sarah, Nancy, Bonnie, and Rochelle, who unite to practice witchcraft, harnessing their newfound magical abilities as a means of reclaiming agency. This association with witchcraft serves as a powerful metaphor for empowerment, enabling them to confront challenges like bullying, unrequited love, and self-worth. In a social landscape that often marginalizes and objectifies women, witchcraft becomes a tool for these characters to rewrite their narratives and assert control over their lives. For instance, Sarah, the new girl struggling with feelings of isolation, evolves from a passive participant in her social circle into a leader who instills balance and caution. In embracing their powers, the girls momentarily transcend societal limitations, bonding over shared experiences of alienation while discovering a sense of agency. In this context, the supernatural elements of the film encapsulate a broader discourse about women's liberation and the quest for self-identity. The craft does not shy away from confronting societal standards that dictate women's behavior and appearance. Nancy, characterized as a rebellious outsider, embodies defiance against societal pressures. Her transition from an insecure adolescence to a powerful witch represents the internal and external struggles many young women face in a world steeped in objectification and rejection. Moreover, the film poignantly illustrates the competitive nature fostered by patriarchy that often pits women against one another. While the girls initially create a supportive sisterhood, the allurement of power eventually sows the seeds of jealousy and discord amongst them. This conflict serves as a reminder that empowerment narratives can be complicated. The quest for individual strength can lead to rivalry and alienation unless tempered with solidarity. Despite its celebration of empowerment, the craft operates as a cautionary tale regarding the consequences of unchecked ambition and power. Nancy's character arc, in particular, highlights the toxic effects that emerge when power becomes intertwined with vengeance and insecurity. As Nancy succumbs to ambition and manipulation, her journey exposes the risks of wielding power irresponsibly and the eventual fallout that undermines their friendship. The film illustrates that the empowerment gained through witchcraft can easily morph into a destructive force. Dark spells manifest not only personal anger and frustration, but also fractured relationships, emphasizing the need for ethical considerations in the pursuit of power. Ultimately, the remnants of their friendship serve as a poignant reminder that true strength lies in mutual support and understanding, rather than individualistic ambition. The craft is a rich exploration of female empowerment, identity formation, and the complexities that accompany the pursuit of control against the backdrop of a patriarchal society. By weaving together themes of community, rivalry, and the morality of power, the film serves as a nuanced discourse on the challenges faced by teenage girls. It sheds light on the multifaceted journey towards independence, one that not only seeks to confront societal norms, but also demands a renaissance of supportive relationships amongst women. As the characters navigate the tumultuous waters of adolescence and supernatural exploration, the craft upholds the powerful potential of women's stories and the necessity of solidarity as they traverse the path towards self actualization. It remains a landmark exploration of teen angst and empowerment, resonating with those who have battled the constraints of societal expectations, inviting reflection on the broader implications of power, agency, and female friendship. The craft masterfully blends horror and supernatural elements while employing several recognizable tropes. Central to the narrative is the outcast or misfit group trope. Protagonists Sarah, Nancy, and Bonnie struggle with isolation and bullying in high school, highlighting themes of alienation and a yearning for belonging. This fosters a connection with familiar audiences with the trials of adolescence. The film also showcased the power corrupts trope. As the girls embrace witchcraft, they gain confidence and abilities, but soon spiral into unethical behavior and moral decay. Nancy's transformation, fueled by an insatiable desire for control, epitomizes the dark side of empowerment, illustrating how the pursuit of power can lead to one's downfall. Closely tied to this is the exploration of consequences of manipulation. The character's attempt to exert their will over others through supernatural means reveals the dangers of wielding such power without regard for morality or consequences. Their initial victories give way to tragic repercussions, emphasizing the film's cautionary stance on the ethical implications of manipulation. Furthermore, transformation and identity play a crucial role in the craft. The characters undergo significant physical and psychological changes, reflecting their evolving identities as they embrace their witchcraft. Sarah's struggle with her powers reveals a deeper commentary on the search for self amidst societal pressures, a theme resonant in horror narratives that explore the complexities of identity. Together, these tropes elevate the craft beyond mere horror, allowing it to delve into the intricacies of adolescence, power dynamics, and the consequences of one's choices, making it a compelling and lasting entry in the genre. The craft has left an indelible mark on pop culture, particularly with the realms of cinema and feminism. The portrayal of female friendship, rivalry, and empowerment has sparked conversations about female representation in film, particularly with genres traditionally dominated by male narratives. The craft's aesthetic, characterized by its blend of goth and grunge, influenced fashion trends and inspired a renewed interest in witchcraft and the occult, contributing to the rise of witchcore in pop culture. The film resonated with a generation yearning for alternative narratives that embrace the complexities of adolescence and female experience. Critically, The Craft has been analyzed for its themes of sexuality, mental health, and the consequences of power dynamics amongst friends, proving to be ahead of its time. Its impact can also be seen in various spin offs, remakes, and references in contemporary media, signifying its enduring relevance. Ultimately, The Craft has become a cult classic, celebrated for its bold exploration of female empowerment, individuality, and the intricacies of teenage life, leaving a legacy that continues to influence and inspire new generations, both creatively and socially. In conclusion, The Craft is a significant film that explores female empowerment, societal pressures, and the complexities of power within a supernatural thriller context. It focuses on teenage girls facing identity and relationship challenges, subverting traditional horror norms while commenting on female friendships and rivalries. The film authentically depicts witchcraft and Wicca, prompting reflections on the responsibilities tied to power relevant to current societal issues like bullying, racism, and mental health. As The Craft inspires renewed interest in female narratives, it celebrates sisterhood and emphasizes the ethical considerations in pursuing agency and empowerment. The film entertains while serving as a reminder of young women's resilience in navigating identity and power dynamics. It encourages ongoing conversations about empowerment and solidarity, inviting audiences to share and create stories that reflect women's experiences and challenge societal norms. Ultimately, The Craft is both nostalgic and a call to engage in transformative storytelling for future generations. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the enchanting yet dark world of The Craft. If you've enjoyed our analysis and want more spine chilling content, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more horror movie breakdowns. Get ready, because next week on Celluloid Asylum, we'll be unraveling the terrifying secrets of 2015's Hell House LLC. You won't want to miss it. And until next time, stay sane if you can.